Surprising moment: Ruth Langsford leaps to Eamonn Holmes' defense on loose women. In a surprising moment on Loose Women, Ruth Langsford passionately defended her husband, Eamonn Holmes, in response to recent criticisms that had surfaced about him in the media. The incident unfolded during a live broadcast of the popular daytime talk show, where Ruth and her co-hosts were discussing various topical issues. This particular moment, however, took an unexpected turn when Ruth became visibly emotional and stood up for her partner, who had been the subject of some online backlash. The drama began when Ruth and her fellow panelists were discussing public figures and the scrutiny they face from the media and social platforms. The conversation shifted to Eamonn Holmes, Ruth's husband of over a decade, and the topic of how he had been treated in the press recently. Eamonn, who had worked alongside Ruth for years as a presenter on This Morning, had recently been the target of criticism for various comments he made during live shows. Rather than staying silent, Ruth's protective instincts kicked in. She immediately responded to the comments made about Eamonn, defending his character and the dedication he brings to his work. Ruth, visibly annoyed by the unfair criticism, reminded her co-hosts and the audience that Eamonn had been in the broadcasting industry for decades and had always worked hard to build his reputation. Ruth also addressed how Eamonn, despite the negativity, had remained professional and calm in the face of such scrutiny. Ruth's defense of her husband was not just about protecting him from unjust media attacks but also about standing up for what she believed was right. She noted how often the public and the media tend to target individuals without fully understanding the context or the pressures they may face behind the scenes. This moment revealed a side of Ruth that viewers hadn't seen before, her fierce loyalty and dedication to Eamonn, who she has been married to since 2010. Her passionate words seemed to resonate with many viewers, sparking a wave of support for both Ruth and Eamonn on social media. Fans and followers praised Ruth for her strength and her willingness to speak out in defense of her husband. Many also pointed out how the moment humanized both Ruth and Eamonn, showing that beneath the glamorous public personas, they were a couple who cared deeply for each other and had each other's backs no matter what. In a world where celebrities are often put under intense pressure and criticism, Ruth Langsford's moment of defense on Loose Women was a reminder of the importance of standing up for loved ones and speaking out against unfair treatment. It also sparked important discussions about the responsibility of the media and the public to treat public figures with respect, acknowledging their humanity beyond their professional roles. Overall, Ruth's unexpected defense of Eamonn was a touching display of their bond, as well as a bold statement on the need for empathy and fairness in how we treat one another in the public eye. Loose Women, ITV's popular daytime talk show, has witnessed many dramatic moments over the years. However, one particularly striking and unexpected event recently had viewers talking: Ruth Langsford's passionate defense of her husband, Eamonn Holmes, during a live broadcast. Ruth, known for her candid demeanor and quick wit, surprised her co-panelists and the audience by stepping in to support Eamonn when a topic concerning him became the center of discussion. This heartwarming and surprising moment has sparked conversations about marriage, loyalty, and the importance of standing up for loved ones in the public eye. The incident on Loose Women. It all began on a typical episode of Loose Women, a show where female celebrities and presenters share their views on current events, pop culture, and personal experiences. As always, the show's lively discussion topics range from lighthearted to controversial. However, during one segment, the panel found themselves discussing some of the latest headlines surrounding Eamonn Holmes, Ruth's husband, who had recently made headlines for various professional and personal reasons. Eamonn, a well-known television presenter and former This Morning host, has always been a figure in the public eye. His career has spanned decades, and his opinions often stir debates. On this occasion, the topic of conversation on Loose Women centered on Eamonn's transition from his role at This Morning and some recent criticisms he had faced in the media. As the panelists discussed Eamonn's career choices, Ruth's initial reactions were calm, but as the conversation grew more critical, her protective instincts kicked in. Despite the fact that Loose Women is often a platform where hosts openly express their opinions, Ruth was noticeably displeased by the negative tone of the conversation surrounding her husband. After several critical remarks were made by her fellow panelists, Ruth interrupted with an emotional yet firm stance, expressing that Eamonn had done nothing wrong and was simply following his career path. "I have to say, Eamonn is entitled to make his own decisions, just like anyone else," Ruth stated, her voice unwavering. It's not easy being in the public eye and having everything you do scrutinized. People don't see the full picture. Ruth's defense of Eamonn was a bold move, given that she was surrounded by other influential women who were airing their opinions about the situation. It was rare to see Ruth so visibly upset on a talk show, especially when it came to matters involving her family. What made Ruth's defense so surprising? Ruth Langsford's defense of Eamonn Holmes was so surprising for several reasons. First and foremost, Ruth's public persona has often been that of a warm and approachable figure, known for her light-hearted approach and professional demeanor. She is typically seen as the one to keep the conversation flowing smoothly on Loose Women, often playing the role of mediator when tensions arise. Her willingness to take a firm stand for her husband, however, revealed a more personal and protective side that many viewers hadn't seen before. Secondly, Ruth's defense came during a live broadcast, where emotions are often high, and the producers ensure that discussions stay on track. In an environment where the hosts are encouraged to be both open and candid, it's still somewhat rare for a presenter to take such a personal, defensive position. Usually, Loose Women focuses on discussing issues with a level of objectivity, even when celebrities or their actions are being critiqued. Ruth, however, demonstrated that her loyalty to Eamonn, both as a wife and as a person, outweighed any perceived obligation to stay neutral or diplomatic. Additionally, Ruth's comments showed just how much she values their relationship and their shared experiences. Having been married for many years, Ruth and Eamonn have built a strong personal and professional partnership. They have supported each other through various phases of their careers, including their recent decision to part ways with This Morning after decades of presenting together. To see Ruth passionately defend Eamonn in this way not only showed her protective side, but it also underscored the depth of their bond. How viewers reacted. As expected, Ruth's intervention during the Loose Women segment sparked significant reactions from viewers. Fans of the show took to social media to praise Ruth for her unwavering loyalty and support for Eamonn. Many viewers admired her ability to stand up for her husband in such a public setting, with some commenting that it was refreshing to see a woman in the industry unapologetically protect her loved one from unnecessary criticism. On the other hand, some viewers were divided. A few took issue with Ruth's intervention, claiming that the discussion on Loose